say, draw a picture. If you come into school, excuse me, with a box of crayons with 8 crayons, and you're coloring the country of Ireland, which is green, the green breaks, you're screwed. But if you have that box with 64 crayons in it, it's all good, man. So look around this room. Just take 1 second, look around, everybody turn your heads, look around the room. Not just the shirts, look at everybody's faces. Look at the difference here, everybody like that. We're different yet the same. And Shantae, yeah, man. And Shantae was talking, she told me a few things already, gave me some knowledge about why she's here. And she didn't have to be, she'd be somewhere else today. But she came in today to enlighten us. So everybody say, hi, Miss Shantae.
Hi, Miss Shantae.
Guys, I'm from Jersey, but I live in Brooklyn. I'm usually loud. I say, hi, Miss Shantae.
Hi, Miss Shantae.
Oh, yours, kiddo. Go ahead.
Appreciate that. So, good afternoon-ish, but not really. Good morning. So, my name is Shantae J. I'm originally from Chicago. When I graduated from college, I moved to DC. I've been here for about 2 years now in Brooklyn. And so I'm going to share with you my story as it relates to domestic violence. But see, here's the thing. This is the first time I'm ever talking about this. And the reason why this is so dope is because this is the first year I've ever realized that I was a victim of domestic violence. Not once, but twice. And so, how am I going to talk to you all? Well, let me take it back. Who am I? Like I said, I'm from Chicago. I'm the oldest of 7. I come from a single-parent home. I come from low-income community. I come from being bullied. One of the things I come from is not loving myself. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about neglect. So growing up for me, and this is not everyone's story, but it's mine. I remember being the oldest of 7 with my mother, however, the middle child with my father. And so as the middle child, my dad had 3 girls, no boys. So I tried my hardest to be his son, in a way of more of a tomboyish way. So playing sports, doing this, trying to be active so he could see me. That middle child syndrome situation is real, even if you're the oldest on your mother's side. So I remember going through this phase in my life where I felt like I didn't matter, that nobody could see me because my dad could never see me, and I just wanted him to love me. I wanted him to take care of me. I wanted him to be there. Like, that's my dad. The other thing about my father is that I saw him often but didn't see him often. So he would come by the house and come pick up my sister and I. However, the challenge was that he would come, he would go to the park, he would be with his friends, and then other people, and then other people's children, and then we would still be just there. Then we would get dropped off at home, and that was it. There was really never this like emotional connection, like this like physical, yo, hey, daughter love type of thing. And so I suffered from trying to be seen with him. I suffered from trying to be noticed because I wanted to matter. Like, see me, see me. I didn't realize that I was being neglected. I also went through the phase of my father where my sister and I, we would window kids. There's a line, I think, with Eminem that says something about window pane. Like literally standing in the window and feeling the pain when you're waiting for someone to show up and they don't. Back in the days when I was growing up, we didn't have cell phones. In my house, we only had a house phone. So we would look out the window, and where we were facing right where we could see the cars come into the complex, and we would wait. He said he was coming this morning, so we're gonna wait. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. That happened often where he didn't show. I didn't realize that was me being neglected. So I'm gonna fast forward in growing up, right? So I carried this weight of not feeling seen and wanting to be loved so much by a man, another person other than my mother, the woman who was always there and always there. She never talked bad about my father. She never talked bad about us. She did whatever she could. We were poor and we didn't even realize it. Yo, I on Payless shoes that were 2 sizes too big for my feet. I grew up wearing clothes that were too big because my mom didn't really know my size and we didn't really get to go shopping. It was just so happened she would be out and she would pick something up and we would wear it. That was my reality. So, fast forward to high school, you know, wanting to have a boyfriend, wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to be seen, wanting to have some, like back in the day, I would write love letters. I love writing love letters. And I just wanted somebody to write a love letter to. And then there was this boy. So the thing about this was that he gave me this type of feeling of like, I matter. But then in that situation, I was taken advantage of. Because what happened was that one night when I was in a complex area, I was out, we were out. I wasn't supposed to be out because I didn't get to go outside. I remember going up to the building because he was there. He told me to come here. So I went. Little did I know that me going up the stairs on the side, and in the building that we lived in, there was an incinerator. So this is where the trash chute. So he opens up the door and there's somebody else there and they pull me in. Little did I know that that night my life would change for the rest of my life. Little did I know that me wanting to be seen, like I want you to see me. I just got a pair of glasses and my mom told me, Sean, if you lose these glasses, kick your butt. They use those glasses as a way to persuade me to shut up. Because that was the day that I was raped. But then that was it. No, that was just the beginning. Because I thought that was the thing. You know, when you were in situations and when you, like, you know, somebody loves you, they love you, they care about you, so this is what happens. It doesn't. Because what happened from that situation then went on to another situation where all around the complex that I grew up in, people were talking about me. Telling me about how you got a train ran on you, you this. I got bullied. But again, I wanted to be seen. So what did I do? Mr. D and I just was talking about this. I swept it under the rug. Yo, I wasn't bringing it to my mom. My mom was the type of woman where, yo, you don't touch my children, you don't talk about my children, I'm coming for you. So I just didn't want to, I didn't want to cause any craziness, right? It was cool, I could handle it. Though I just experienced a night of my innocence being taken from me and I didn't even realize what that meant for me. Just swept it under the rug, right? So I'm going to fast forward you to my senior year of high school. Mind you, I'm carrying this weight. This weight of neglect from my father, this weight of neglect from being bullied, this weight of neglect from that night. But still wanting to be seen. I want you to see me. See me. So I was on the train in Chicago. We call it the L. I get on the L, get on the red line, and it's this dude. Kind of cute. He looks at me, I look at him. He about to get off the train, and then he was like, come here. So I get off the train too. He asked me, can I get your number? I was like, sure. Me going from giving him my number to me going to being his girlfriend to me going to being his punching bag. To him coming to my house and looking me directly in my eye and telling me, if you say anything, I will kill you and your family. So what did I do? I walked him to the train and I never saw him again. But I didn't say anything about it because I swept it under the rug. I was good at sweeping things under the rug. and still wanting to be seen. Last story as I close it out. Now I'm in another relationship. Again, because I want to be loved, I want to be seen, I want to matter. This one was with a girl. I knew her history, that she was violent, she was abusive, that she could hurt somebody because I've seen it happen. But what did I do? I involved myself with her, and what happened? I was smaller then. She grabbed me by my neck, and she raised me so high because I wanted to see her phone. Because somebody was texting her, and it wasn't me. She threw me down, and after that, what did I do? I went back. I went back, and I went back. Until she beat me so bad to the point where I had nails on, and they were pressed down on the ground, and they were bleeding. She beat me so bad that I had scratches on my face, and I was covering myself because why? I still wanted to be seen by her. I still wanted her to love me. I still wanted to be valued. Now this went on for some time. Until finally, when I went to college, I shut her out. Now, there are steps to that and a process to that, but one thing I'm going to tell y'all is that at one point, I remember seeing my friend get beat by her boyfriend and me telling myself, that'll never be me. But what did I do? I did the same thing. And I swept it under the rug. I swept it under the rug. I swept it under the rug because I wanted to be seen. And I was going to be okay. But okay was a weight that I carried forever until now. Now when I look in the mirror, I see me versus letting somebody else see me. Now when I look into the mirror, I am able to say, I am beautiful. Yo, I matter. And this is my body. But I remember being that friend, that standby observer, saying that this was never going to be me. And then it was. So what I'm telling you all and what I'm going to share is this. Being a victim, being a survivor, it never goes away. Whether it's domestic violence, whether it's bullying, whatever it may be, where it's traumatic, it hurts. And you matter, babies. Y'all matter. Your friends matter. Your family matters. Your future matters. First step that you gotta do is forgive yourself. Because no matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've been through, despite it all, you matter and you are enough. That's what I carry with me every day. Thank you for